Okay, perfect. And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Off the Record on the People's Podcast this afternoon. We have an incredible guest with us today, one who's going to give us some amazing information as well as inspiration. And that is none other than our sister, Sister Majida. Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Well, alaikum salam, sir. Praise be to Allah. I don't know who you introducing, but that was a little bit over the top for me. I'm just your sister. Just a sister servant, inshallah. Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Wonderful. Yes, ma'am. All right, great. The question that I have for you, ma'am, is okay, boom. And thank you, every people who showing love all across the country. We spoke and have spoken multiple times on the great work that you have done. And we look forward to hearing about your life and your life journey and the teachings of the Most High Elijah Muhammad. But we want to speak specifically about the case that you are dealing with now. Could you let us know what is the case and how can we assist?
Yes, sir. Thank you so very much. I just want to start in the name of God, the beneficent, the merciful. And I want to bear witness that there is no God but Allah, who came in a person of Master Father Muhammad. I want to bear witness that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is the living exalted Christ, and he is alive in full power and the will. And I further want to bear witness that I am so grateful for my life being saved by the Comforter. The Spirit of truth has come to guide us to all truth. I'm Minister Sis Farrakhan, which is why I'm here today. He saved my life. Really quick, just to jump right into, I have been an advocate for almost 36 years, and sometimes it takes me different places to special needs families, seniors with chronic illnesses, so on and so forth. I happen to get involved with the prison reform of late. I've been doing prison ministry before, prison reform or advocacy for years, off and on. But this one that's in Georgia is of particular interest to me because it's a Muslim brother, by the name of Ali Shabazz, also known as Ali DNA. He's wrongfully convicted. And what's the whole point of coming on the show is to raise awareness because, you know, some people, I had a gentleman to ask me today who's actually a community activist in Georgia I was talking to reach out to make a coalition to solve some of the problems there. And this brother said, what makes his case so different? I said, wait a minute. We all should be working to free Ali because it could be you tomorrow. It could have been me yesterday. This brother has been wrongfully convicted for 21 years. So when you walk into a courtroom on the heels of September 11th with a last name like Shabazz, you already have this deck stacked against you, okay? And then to be wrongly accused, wrongly identified, and then ultimately wrongly convicted, it's a problem. It's problematic. So why is his DNA missing? His DNA never matched in the first place. So that's questionable. He had bad lawyering all the way through from the very beginning to the end, even on the appeals court, just bad lawyering. The laws are written so in Georgia that, you know, once you're accused and locked in, it's pretty much a wrap. It's like, no, that's not it. So what we're asking people to do is to join with us, you know, and the reason why people should get involved, I would like to look at it a little bit differently. You know, I walk into and you walk into a situation of our life, stand on the shoulders of others who came before us. You know, I can walk around with my name Muhammad because somebody paid the price before me. You know, Mother Claire, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, many brothers and sisters, including Brother Ali, his father, his dad was prior to 75. So he did work in the community too. So do we have a responsibility as people, believers, Black people in general, to pay it forward right now? See, they left legacy for us to walk into, you know, and even right now, you can look at like your father. I was kind of nervous. I'm scared to call your father because he's so legendary in his work in the streets. And he's still out there, the 10,000 fearless right there in Atlanta. You can look at my reader student minister, Abdul Malik Saeed Muhammad, with the peace rides out there in the streets. He's been out here for 27 years. You know, at what point do we put our hand on the plow? You know, they're out there on the front line, throwing 1-2 punch, the uppercuts. I'm just in the back, you know, I'm just gonna throw a pebble or a shoe or something. But we all have to step into our purpose to become responsible, to pay it forward. You know, it sometimes looks like our people just forget, oh, it's them over there in the prison. This ain't nothing to do with me. It's your auntie, it's your cousin, you know, it's your uncle, it's your brother. Are you gonna wait for it to touch your home personally before you get involved? Or are you gonna do something right now? What if Sojourner Truth had said, oh, it's not my situation, I'm just gonna get free myself? What if Harriet Tubman took that same attitude? What would we be today? What if the Honorable Sis Farrakhan had said, no, I'm not gonna stand back up. You know, what if Brother Jabril hadn't inspired him? He just keep hearing the book over and over again. What would we be today? Look at Dr. Ava. What if she hadn't done anything? Even though she got free from cancer, what if she just sat on the sidelines? What would we be today as a people? It's time for us to soldier too. So I'm sorry for the long answer, but I get a little excited. I'm just, yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. All praise due to Allah. My sister Naima says, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam, family. Okay, yes, ma'am. So the brother is wrongfully accused. How can we assist you assisting him?
Well, right now we're in the midst of, this is a given season. We want people to, I mean, you can go to my Cash App and Cash App a donation, or you want to buy a t-shirt. We have t-shirts for sale. We have hoodies you can pre-order, and I can share the screen if you like, just to support getting his legal fees up so we can get the attorney what that attorney needs in order to get him back in court for an opportunity to get free. You know, being in the court, we're not gonna put it on the attorney either. We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna, but we do want to give them an opportunity to do their best and to take a different look, a different approach. You know, we want the public, unless the public is involved and help us to push this forward, call the local news station. Why is it Georgia it's not on anybody's news channel? I don't understand. How are people wrongfully convicted, thousands and thousands, nobody says anything until they're free? No, we have to be in the process to forge it, to make it a public event. You know, not just today, but call the local news station, write the local newspaper to say, hey, could you check into Brother Ali's case? Why is the DNA missing? Back then, 21 years ago, DNA was relatively new. Today, it's been so advanced, you know, you can just pick it up and say, oh, this person, it doesn't match, get him out of here. Why is the DNA missing? Why is it when the Innocent Project came forward to help him with that, you know, they get people DNAs and they run it to get him exonerated? Why they couldn't find his? Why? I mean, we got a new DA over there right now, sister. Is she, you know, is our kinfolk, is she our kinfolk, or what is she doing differently? Are you going to find the DNA? So we want people to call the office, demand that, you know, the DNA be found. And let it run, let it do what it do. It don't match. You know, let our brother go, let him free. So we don't want people to sit on the sideline and say, oh, okay, and like this video, we want you to get involved. You can text me and we'll put you with some coalitions right there in Georgia to get boots on the ground. You know, but sending emails and calling the local news station. Why is it not on CNN right there in Atlanta? Right there in Atlanta, right? But anybody saying nothing. Why? Why? Because we haven't made an event. Post it online. Share this video as many times as you can, and Cash App me, Majida LA, MAAJIDA LA, and send a donation with the t-shirts are just $20. You can pre-order a hoodie for $40. You know, or just give a donation. This is a season of giving. Give till it helps. Give till it helps until the brother is free. Like I said, free Ali. It can be you tomorrow. It can be you, or it could have been me yesterday. You know, so it's time for us to just join hands. And Min Farrakhan reminds us that our unity is what's going to make us victorious. We should unite on this issue and other issues too. But right now, you know, where he's at, that particular prison, he's in the worst prison in all of the Georgia Department of Corrections, Macon State Prison. People die over there all the time, you know, all the time. Murdered, suicide. Okay, so-called suicide. Protective custody. What is that? They get murdered there again. You know, people get sent to the hole. You know, as quiet as it kept today, somebody got murdered. Somebody died today. His name is Victor Brent. Why? Why are people? So it's bad for people to be incarcerated and then, you know, and to say people I like to say brothers behind the wall, sisters behind the walls, to give some more humanity, not an inmate or say, no, this is our brothers behind the wall. They're human beings just like we are. We can't forget about them. This is a modern day plantation. So the overseers, the COs, you know, the lieutenants, the wardens, what are you doing? Are you like the Django, like Samuel Jackson? Are you that character? What are we going to do about it? Us field Negroes, what are we going to do? Are we going to stand by and let it happen? When people are behind the walls and they lose a loved one, this brother's lost his mother, his father, and his grandmother during the pandemic. Now, it's bad for anyone to, can you see the screen? It's bad for anyone to lose a loved one during an incarceration. It's worse when you don't belong there. So he's lost his biggest advocate was his father, called him Pops, during that time. And it doesn't even matter, you know, what the issue is. It's a wrongful conviction. what are we going to do? You know, before he got caught up in this situation, he was an artist. Left home 16, came to LA to make his way as a rapper. You know, he was like the next upcoming Tupac, LL Cool J lookalike. Was opening up for, you know, was working with Eddie Griffin and Red Fox and people like that. We're working with him, helping him. He opened up for what is it, H-Town and other people like that. And he's even signed artists since he's been in. Now, who sits in prison and signs artists? This brother signed a couple people, you know, since he's been in. And it's so funny that he advocates for other people. He on the inside the walls, but those walls don't confine him. So his father already told him, keep your mind free, Aki. And he's been doing it for 21 years. But what are we going to do for him? Do we owe his father anything? You know, do we owe the minister anything? We're just going to sit around and just cheerlead? Go ahead, minister, go ahead. Go ahead, Minister Sharif, go ahead. Go ahead, do it, Minister Saeed, Muhammad, do it. Oh, what are we going to do? We're going to pay it forward too. What legacy are we going to create for our children? You know, 7 generations starting today. So sometimes I just wanted to show a picture to give some humanity, because sometimes we forget about, you know, that these are actually people. These are our brothers and sisters. This is him at Valdosta State. Right now, he's at Macon State. Like I said, he had a career and he got railroaded. He was in Atlanta for 3 months and got misidentified. No. And it's a shame. This was him when he was no, this is how we do. This is how we was doing 21 years ago, right? When he had just signed with Hard Body Management. He signed his own record deal. Now, 20 years ago, can you imagine somebody back then forging a way for themselves, working with different people, but he signed his own deal back then, you know. So that's incredible. And it still be helping people today from the inside. What are we going to do to help our brother? Really is what are we going to do to help ourselves? It's us. This is our brother. So I just wanted to share a picture of him so you all could see what our brother looked like, Brother Ali Shabazz. So I'm sorry, I can get a little long with it. Give a believe a microphone, we don't know how to stop. Sorry. So next question.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, and people are showing you love all across the country. My sister's name says teach, and thank you everybody who continues to like, share, and subscribe to the People's Podcast. All right. People are saying, that's right, Sister Bear and bearing witness. And please let us know what city you all are watching from. Once again, we want to make sure that we support Sister Majida in freeing our brother and making sure that and thank you, Sister Majida, for keeping us aware and being a reminder to us about our brothers and sisters behind the wall. Now, for you, ma'am, personally, when did you first hear the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad?
Wow. Well, you know, it's funny was I can remember my mother from Flint, Michigan, where the Dirty Water's at. That's my hometown. I can remember driving home from the grocery store, my mom, and she was literally stopped the car in the middle of the street, drove it open. Now traffic is going. My mother was really something. She was like a Medea times 10. Jump out the car. Hey, give me a bean pie. Give me that paper. So as a young child, I grew up with my mother could be mad as I don't know what, be sad. But when she saw her brother on the corner with the bean pie and the paper, she lit up. Stopping traffic, putting our lives in jeopardy. Give me that pie, give me that. So I had an affinity for a love for the nation. Just, you know, I didn't know she was planting seeds in me. You know, and then of course, when time goes by, I heard the teachings of Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Ooh. I think I studied it when my daughter's 23 now. My daughter's father introduced me to the teachings 25 years ago. And I was already a so-called Sunni, whatever that is, a believer. I just didn't know anything about the minister. I didn't know anything about the messenger. And so when it was brought to my attention, it was kind of like, okay, some other Muslim, whatever. But when you all started talking about the Mahdi, I said, wait a minute. Because I had been wanting to know about the Mahdi, the 12th Imam. We hear about that in the broader Muslim community, but there we get kind of spooky. I'm gonna say it. It's kind of spooky, like our brothers and sisters are in other denominations. We get spooky. And so when I found out that Nation of Islam held this body of knowledge about the Mahdi, I wanted to know. And so I studied the teachings of Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad for 15 years before I decided to come into officially register and join the nation. So, and the minister saved my life. You know, I was in a toxic relationship. It's called domestic abuse. And the minister showed me the way out, showed me how to get out from under that situation and not only get myself out and never think about going back again, but with confidence go back and reach and get other sisters out the same situation. Like, freedom this way, follow Farrakhan. So this is what I do. This is as far as one of the things that I helped advocate for. And I'll say this, and my young person in my house might be a little upset because they're 18, you know, think you're grown when you're 18. But the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan helped to save my children too. Now I have a beautiful, beautiful young daughter that was born with a severe medical history. And she was given 3 days to live. And I was like, y'all know the God I pray to, let me get on my knees. But it was the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan that taught me how to advocate. And because I prayed, like I all depend on God, I got up and worked like I all depend on me following what he said. She's 19 now, doing well. It was the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan that came to Long Beach to speak at the college about 7, 8 years ago. And supposed to be students only. I said, well, I'm a student, Mr. Farrakhan, can I come? I'm begging and pleading. Said, if I can just touch the hem of his garment, he'll help my baby. He prayed for my baby. Minister, my student minister, Abdul Malik Saeed Mohammed, he maneuvered, got me in. I wasn't supposed to be in there, but he sat down to talk with my daughter. And I'm watching my daughter sitting across the minister talking to him like they old friends. There's 70 years between them, age, and they just sitting there just chopping it up. And when he prayed for her, right after that, the doctors came up with a solution for her. There was no solution for her. She was 11 years old. And so they put together a new surgery based on some other new surgeries, a new surgery to help her. And from that, she forged a way for a lot of other babies to come behind her. So all praises are due to Allah for Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan saving my life and my baby's life, all of them. I'm talking about her because it was, to be born with 6 heart conditions and be given 3 days to live, but now you're 19. How to live is the truth. The Navy beam is the truth. I was in that hospital so many days, like we're going to do this. Don't put that down. No, we're going to do this. It's a Navy beam. Can we have this? And just pushing and shoving and advocating for her for 19 years and other people too along the way. So it's the teachings of Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad that have enhanced my life, over and over again, in many ways. And so I just try to give back to people. I've been learn how to be a better advocate since I've been in the nation. Thank you.
Beautiful. All praise due to Allah. Yes, ma'am. And people are showing you love all across the country. My sister's name says all praise due to Allah as well. And please let us know what city you all are watching. Can't wait to put this on YouTube, Sis Majida. Now, Sis Majida, for parents who are going through medical issues with their children, what advice would you give them to keep going and not just give up?
Well, the most important thing is to know have a clear understanding of what the issue is. And I don't know whether the person is spiritual or not. You better woosah on something to make sure you meditate and keep yourself calm. If you believe in prayer, then it's very important for you to pray along the way, not just once. If your baby's in a hospital, stay at the hospital overnight. Don't leave your baby there with them folks. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan said to question them. So if they're talking to you and you don't understand what they're saying, just stop and ask them to repeat it. If they repeat what they're saying to you 100 times, it's okay. That's what advocacy is. It starts with asking questions, knowing what the issue is, doing your own research, not just with Google, but in medical magazines. Go and do research on whatever that so-called issues your child has. And see, for me, I took it as, I try to, my whole thing, and I'll also go back to Brother Ali really quick. Brother Ali co-founded the company and the nonprofit that I actually co-founded, which is Forever Rich. And I try to leverage every adversity to make it into an opportunity. So what parents, you have to realize you are in charge. Those doctors and everything, they work for you. It's your taxpayers, it's your insurance. If you don't have no insurance, they still work for you. So it's up to you to stop and question them, tell them to use everyday language. I don't know what that means. Say it in regular folks' language and make them give you videos, something to write that you can look and see what they're talking about. You don't have to rush to do anything. Make an intelligent decision, but make sure you pray so you have the right mindset. Of course, being traumatized by your baby having a health issue, especially if they're in the hospital, do not take that emotional energy in the room with that baby. Our babies feed up off of us. Go down the hallway, go down and cry and boo-hoo, get together and come back and be a soldier for your baby. Because those people in that hospital are looking at you and your energy. They're going to feed off, oh, she kind of hurt, and they're going to pounce on you. Now, not to say all of them, but those who see a weakness, you can't show weakness. You are in charge of your baby's life. That's your first post is your baby, and your assignment was from God himself. So if you feel your baby, you feeling God. So I don't know what's going to happen with you. I'm trying to make sure God don't strike me down. Don't beat me up for mishandling what he entrusted me with in the child. So ask questions over and over and over again and be a part of the doctor's rounds. Don't let them leave you out. This is when they're discussing strategies to take with your child. You should know what they're talking about. Are you guessing it's something new? Wait a minute. Is there any other option? What other options we have? Is just one? Because they'll play God on you and be testing and experiment on your baby. Oh, my bad. A medical emergency, medical mistakes cost somebody their life or their limb. Don't let it be your baby. Ask questions so you understand. Sorry.
You teaching, Majida, you teaching. Sis Naima says yes, ma'am. Excellent advice, and people are showing love all across the country. Sis Majida, we have a few more questions for you, but we have a quick 60-second commercial break for all of the sponsors of the People's Podcast, and we coming back to our amazing guest, Sister Majida Muhammad. 1 second.
Thanks be to Allah.
Yeah, to make sure it's okay, of course. Let's see.
Brother Rashad Street Premiere. He has a 4K camera and a drone. He does television and film editing. Please reach out to him if you need any of those services. Sister Miriam's ABC I Love Me, children's book and coloring book, and now Spanish book, all three available on Amazon.com. Sister Naima's Stay on Point Dance Academy, LLC. She teaches ballet virtually to young girls all across the country, right here in the studios of Atlanta, Georgia. Rock Communications. If you're working on a book and you need copy, editing, project management, content development, or media relations, please reach out to Rock Communications. Student Minister Robert L. Muhammad's Conflict Mediation, squashing the beef throughout the Southwest region. He does a phenomenal job. His wife, Sister Fudia Muhammad's Giving Birth to a God and the Science of Child Rearing. Please make sure you go out and get a copy of her book as well. Fashion Gods, urban streetwear clothing for men and boys. 314-329-6009. He'll keep you dressed in the best of fashion. Brother Kenneth's Bow Tie Maker Extraordinaire. He'll ship you bow ties anywhere across the nation. Taj Hollywood's Chemistry 6 episode, a new television series out on YouTube. He's looking for actors and writers. Make sure you support him. Keep It Hood, helping others overcome depression. Also by Taj Hollywood. Brother Aaron's Elevated Places, stress management, real estate, credit, repair, and restoration. His Respect for Life Center. They do personal wellness, philosophy, emotional, and mental spiritual wellness. 229-344-1474. Dr. Henry Carter's King Henry Turkey Legs, right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Brother Rashad Muhammad's COVID-19 Disinfected Cleaning Services, out of Chicago. Student Minister Sharif Muhammad's book, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ, available on adulsharif.com. And lastly, Brother Joshua Muhammad's book, Cleopatra, as well as No Father, No Excuse, both available on Amazon. If you would like to...
Thank you very much, and thank you all. Continue to like, share, and subscribe to the People's Podcast, and thank you for your donations as well. Sister Majida, my next question for you, ma'am, is, have you ever faced fear in your life? And if so, how have you overcome that fear?
I face fear all the time. The thing is, Young Mr. Farrakhan has been a guide in life for everything that I have done that's decent. Anything that kind of sideways, that's all me. But he teaches us what the Most High Elijah Muhammad taught him. You have to confront. If something is causing you fear, at that moment, it's a God besides the God that you claim to serve. So you have to go to God and say, you know what? I don't know what this, I need help with this. Me personally, when my baby was born with heart condition, I didn't know what that was, like a heart condition. What is that? Well, actually, they kept saying disease and the problem. And I made them change. I said, no. God don't make no mistakes. So she ain't got no problem. The way you look at her is a problem. As a matter of fact, she was 3 days before I even knew she had any issues. See, in California, they don't have to tell you a child has anything going on with them. So for me to find out, I'm walking out the door getting discharged, but where's my baby? She can't go, then my heart's like, what's wrong with my, what's going on? And I had to backdoor her situation through, it was a nurse, a Black nurse, that was my angel. She was there the first day I was admitted. I'm there for 3 days. She said, why are you still here? She was off the second day. She got mad, got called in to work the third day, which is a blessing for me. And she said, why you not gone? I don't know. I'm sitting enjoying this beautiful hospital in Burbank, California. He's like, hey, this is some nice stuff, almost like a hotel. So she said, something ain't right. And she called over to the nursery, said, where's your baby? And I said, well, whenever I get a nursery, they bring her. She said, I'm gonna give you some questions to ask. And I'm gonna tell you, this is what I'm gonna encourage you, what you can do. These are your options. And she gave me 7 questions to ask. She said, go to the nursery and nurse your baby there. And she said, ask these questions. And as she told me the questions, I began to get, scared. She said, let me call over here again. I just came from working as a critical nurse in newborn, call it NICU, newborn in ICU. And they won't tell me nothing. And these were my homies for years. She said, something ain't right. What are the test results your baby did for your baby? What tests? They did 2, 3 tests on her. When? I don't know nothing. So I'm trying to figure out as a mother, why am I not protecting my baby? I'm getting filled with fear. But at the same time, I'm sold up like, what the bleep is going on? So she said, go to the nursery, hold your baby nursery. She said, look at the nurse and ask her these questions. And they're going to tell you they don't know. And when they tell you they don't know, you have a right at that point to say, I would like to have she said, you can ask for an echo or the sound of the baby heart. I'm like, what the heck is that? Everything she's telling me, I'm just filled with fear. But I'm just, oh Allah, please help me. I'm just going forward. Because I listened to Farrakhan for years, for 15 years now. So he just in me. Like, if he can be stand up to this big monster out here, I can stand up to this nurse. So I'm moving forward. I'm like, okay, what else I got to do? So she said, make sure they do the test. But she said, watch his face. This is one of the big, brutal looking guy, but he's a teddy bear. His face gonna tell you what's going on with your child. This guy comes in all happy, doing ultrasound on my baby's heart, echo, and and then he goes, and he starts almost about to cry. And so I said, what is, she said, make sure you ask him, what does his test results mean? He gonna tell you he don't know. It's gonna force him to call the doctor to do the interpretation for you. That's how I found out my baby had health issues. Can you imagine that? And this is a day 3. They did all kinds of tests on her, I didn't know nothing about it. So I'm like, what's going on? So the doctor comes in, the cardiologist comes in and begin to tell me about my daughter. Sitting there holding her, playing with her. And the story he begins to tell me about my child's condition, tears, come. And I'm scared. I'm like, what is he saying? And he's a beautiful artist. He's drawing a heart of a child with the normal anatomy and of my child with a different anatomy. Not a bad anatomy, not a disease anatomy, not a problem anatomy, but a different anatomy. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh my God. And when he said to me, so we're going to do surgery, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. We're going to do what? First of all, I don't even know who you are. Secondly, you didn't tell me anything was going on with my child. So I got trust issues with you. Third, I haven't even prayed or told my family. So give me a minute. And he began to be very aggressive. So when he began to say what he was going to do to my child, Mama Cub came out. Wait a minute, we're going to do what? You just told me she has all these injuries, all these things that are different. And she need to have surgery today. Why did I didn't know this yesterday, the day before? And who said she need to have surgery? Where's the information? You giving me a sketch, but where I need to have some more information. I need to be able to read on this, research. Can I pray with my family? No. Oh, you're going to tell me, no, I can't go to God. You got an issue. So I began to soldier. I didn't have a choice. It was either her life was going to go in a parole and be in the hands of these wonderful people. I'll say amazing doctors who hid everything from me, or I was going to be a soldier and say, give back, so I had to become like Mike Tyson, at that point, and been that way, for 15 years until I began to hand off to her responsibility. But I face fear all the time. I just pray and keep it pushing. Say, what would I'm looking at people around me as soldiers. Look at my student minister. What example do I have in front of me? You can't hang around somebody that's rough and don't get a little something. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So what happened? Did they do the surgery or what? Like,
oh, absolutely not. I'm trying to listen to that clown. This is the same. You didn't tell me that my child had an issue at all. So why should I trust you to open her up? So what happened was I asked for, I said, give me a little bit of time to pray. I went and talked to my family, her father, my mother, my auntie, and we began to put a prayer line together around the country, and I said, this is an interesting situation. So, well, you can't take the baby home. You can go home, but you can't take the baby home. I said, okay, well, I'm finna live up in here because you ain't finna just have my baby up in here. Go. So the nurses in the ICU, beautiful nurses, they said to me, get some rest, because the best thing your child can have is your milk. I'm going to breastfeed my child anyway. So your milk has things that's going to help your baby. So, but you need to be calm and relaxed so that you can help her more, because you have stresses going into your milk, is going to go into your baby. So make sure you calm, relax. I'm like, okay, I know that part. And there was another nurse who told me, don't let this do anything to your child. I've adopted the Black children, and this is a white nurse, and I appreciate her. She's another angel. She said, every child I've adopted, and she adopted 3 Black children, they all had heart conditions too. She said, ask them, what is the possibility of a child having a successful surgery because of her gender, because of her age, and because of her weight? She barely weighs 6 pounds. And if the statistics come back where it's less than 20%, you as a mother gonna know what to do. Ask them for the best doctors who can do the surgery. Is it the one here that you're looking at, or is it somebody else? And when I asked those questions, the answers I got was like, oh, it's somebody's better than you. Thank you. I'm gonna go get a second opinion. And the third opinion, I holler at you, homie, back up. So I ended up going to get a second opinion, and they said, absolutely no, we will not do surgery right now. We need to wait for 3 or 4 months, let her get some, some life, more, not saying meat, but, get more vitality to her, and then we'll consider it then. And it's so you just want to rush me to do an experiment, basically. And if I had to listen to my fear and just giving way to what they were saying, not question like the Farrakhan had told me to, she wouldn't be here today. So the order of the day is, when you fear something, you have to choose, is that going to become a God that you serve, that fear, whatever that is, or you're going to pray to the God that created you and your ancestors and get help and confront it, not just going to go away, confront it. Now you either have to go through that obstacle, over it, under, or around it, but you got to go to it with God and you'll be all right. I'm sorry, little ebonics, my bad.
It teaches and it's beautiful. Praise be to Allah. Thank you for your honesty and your transparency and your wonderful testimony, ma'am. People are showing you love all across the country. Sister Gantikwa X Simmons says Assalamu alaikum, and Brother Nelson Ramos says Assalamu alaikum, family, dear family from Massachusetts with love. Walaikum salam, Brother Nelson. Walaikum salam, family, to everybody who's watching. Okay, well, what has been your greatest joy in life?
Oh my God. Well, as quiet as it's kept, I'm an artist in hiding. I'm gonna leave it right there. I love to write poetry. It's a great way to express emotions, thoughts, ideas, and it really helps me find my purpose. And I've been writing since elementary school. When I first found out that all of us couldn't be treated the same. When I found out that I can go to this award ceremony and get an award for doing good in class. I'm like, come on, our other friends, come on, go with me. Oh, they can't go. Why they can't go? Oh, they got C's and D's. Well, I didn't cheat off her paper. She didn't help me with my homework. What you mean she can't go with me? Well, she didn't get the grades. And so I became very sad that people separated me and my friends. We all was Black and we all in elementary school together. Why I can't? They're smarter than me. But because they had issues in their homes, somebody in the house was a drinker. Somebody else was getting abused. They didn't allow them to do their homework to get the C and to get the A and the B. They got C's and D's. So I didn't appreciate it. So I began to write. And I started to think about when I was 6 or 7 years old to help get involved to change people from separating us, to advocate for those who didn't have the same as everybody else that was supposed to be, quote unquote, better or cool or good or whatever. So I began to write. And so my joy is watching, learning, listening to Miss Louis Farrakhan, but also I love helping people. I love helping people. It gives me great joy to be able to help somebody. So I'm always on the phone. I'm always on Zoom. I'm always coaching people one-on-one about their health. Really, I've helped save a lot of people from, I call it the cooties. We got out here for the last 3 years. A lot of people have been in the hospital, been out the hospital before they went to the hospital and helping to get them out. I've helped them overcome that, by Allah's permission. I studied nutrition for over 30 years. And I just love helping people. I just, sometimes my children get mad at me, but I can't help it. It's part of what I love doing. So over here out here doing the most, as they say. You in LA, but why you are in Georgia? Hey, my brother, his father was a great soldier before me. So I'm standing on his shoulders. So I'm just want to pay it forward.
Beautiful. Praise be to Allah. Yes, ma'am. And people, the sister said, what a beautiful testimony. And people just showing love. Can't wait to put this on YouTube. Sister Majida.
Oh, now my daughter probably gonna beat me up. Why you telling my business? Because she's 19. Why you telling my business? My mom 19. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry about that, baby. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Sister Majida, what type of music do you like to listen to?
Oh my God. Well, the minister, when he started showing us, he played the violin. I love listening to the minister's album. That's like number one. I also found I like listening to Black violence. We got some cool. I ain't with the old stuffy stuff. I like listening to the blend of the hip hop with the violence. It's some dope music out there. I love that. I love listening to classical music from studying. Classical music helped me study. Jazz music helped me that if I'm having fun some type of way. I don't have access to the minister's CD from home, then I'll just put on some jazz music to kind of get me upbeat, to get me into the rhythm I want to go to. I listen to all kinds of music. I don't even light rock, but of course I like old school rap and this music today. I listen to it because my children listen to it, so I can know know what's going on. But it's very interesting. It's very interesting what we listen to today. So I'm not bound by a label because I'm an artist myself and I see beauty in it all. And on that note, stop hating on our people out here. They're artists, they're entertainers. Have we talked to them? If you got something to say to them, go to them one-on-one. Don't be on social media hating on our young people because they don't say it like we would say it. We were the teachers. They not. So it's our job to do what? To help them understand. What does the minister say about our young people? Let's be a little bit more. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go preachy, my bad. But if we go to them and let's go and have a conversation with the brothers and sisters. Put some clothes on. No, did you go and talk to her one-on-one? Have you sat down with her? Have you had dinner with her? Have you had lunch with her? Have you showed her the beauty of who she is before you criticize? Where's the proper handling the people? Lord have mercy. Let me get it together. Sorry.
Wonderful. Yes,
that's
ma'am.
The music I like listening to. The music to me is the minister in action,
Okay, great. That's Majida. We look forward to hearing some of your poetry in the future, ma'am. So if you ever want to come back and give us some pieces, they will be honored to listen to them.
Oh, praise be true. I'm just going to share the screen if I can one more time. Now that put it out there, I'm going to live up to that. I have some books that I've written. I'm supposed to write 12 books as an artist, and I have some poetry I've been writing, like I said, for almost 30 something years. I'll be 54 later on this month. So I've been out here advocating for since I was 18 and a half. So that's how much poetry I've written. Some of it I lost, move around, storage, whatever, but it's going to be okay. We just want to ask people today just to be considerate and help our brother Ali, free Ali. Could be you tomorrow. It could have been me. I can't find anything. But you can just cash app. Sister John, can you put in the chat, please? Put my phone number. You can just text me 818-614-1902. 818-614-1902. You can cash app. Send a donation. Send $20 for the t-shirt, $40 for the hoodie. My cash app is my name, Majida, MAAJIDA, $, cash app, Majida. This is a t-shirt. What it looks like, and it's number 4. And it's a backwards 3, and it's the idea is forever rich, to forever enrich your life in all aspects, to forever enrich our people and our community by giving back by what the minister's giving to us. That's to be a vessel. That was the idea that Brother Ali came up with to start the t-shirt. So let me make a t-shirt instead of doing a GoFundMe. Let me start a t-shirt so people can buy something to help me. Not just give, but what can I give back? And he's mentoring people left and right. I mean, he does more from the people behind the walls and some of us out here in the streets. Sorry about that. Whoever it stepped on, my bad. But just being honest, free Ali.
Free Ali.
It can be you tomorrow. So let's all get involved. Like I said, call them. You can look up Macon, Georgia. Look up Atlanta, Georgia. Call the local news stations. And then, hey, why is Ali Shabazz DNA missing? Where is it at? Why y'all not running it? Why we can't find it? Where is the destruction log showing what happened to him from beginning to end? It's somewhere. Why is he there? Look into his case. It's wrongful conviction. Do something. If not you, who? If not now, when? What do you owe for your baby? What do you owe for the next 7 generations? See, we standing on our ancestors whose blood is in the soil. We benefit from it today. We benefit from what happened in the 60s, what the message did in the 30s. What we gonna do today? So I just thank you for your time and attention. I'm sorry I'm a little long-winded.
No, we're right here with you. And on that, and on that note, we want to thank you again on behalf of myself, my family, and the viewing audience of the People's Podcast for taking time out of your busy schedule to come give us some powerful information as well as inspiration. This is Joshua Leonard Muhammad signing off for the People's Podcast. Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you so much. May Allah bless you.
Thank you. Thank you all for watching.